The first one that we do whenever we start working with a new store is on the thank you page, right after someone has just bought, we put a little pop up that says, what was the one thing that almost made you not buy? And so those people who just gave you money and are expecting their product are going to tell you what was confusing, what they didn't like, maybe where there was some friction or it wasn't very clear, and they tell you that. And so then we take those responses and we go back and we fix those areas of the website. And I can tell you over the last few years, that's probably been responsible for 5 or 6 of the biggest wins that we've had on our clients' websites, which is millions and millions of dollars in revenue from those changes. So that's a very simple thing that anybody with a website that converts people can do. Just ask the question, what is the one thing that almost made you not buy?
Wow, I love that idea. Like I never thought of doing that. And I'm super curious now. What is the usual response rate that you get from people? Because of course, they probably can click, like they can opt out and just not
Yeah,
respond. But what is the usual conversion rate that you see from that pop up?
probably 20, 30% of people will answer it. And we typically want, about 100 responses or more. And then we just leave it running. And so we're always monitoring what people are telling us about that almost prevented them from buying. And a lot of times you'll get price, but that's like we're not going to change the price. But so there's a lot of other things, factors there. In fact, one of the examples is we have a company that sells um, digital training, and so they have a VSL. And so people watch this video, it's about 30 minutes, and then at the end they buy. And they do a huge amount of volume, 60 million plus. And we got about 500 responses, roughly, and like 427 of them were that the video was too long. So we asked them about that, and they're like, no, we can't shorten the video. Every time we've done that, the conversions go down and it costs, more money. And so I asked them, do you watch your videos on 1x speed or do you speed them up? And they're like, no, we speed them up. I said, well, would you be willing to give them the opportunity to speed up the video so they could watch it like at 1.2 or 1.5? And so they did that and they got a 10% lift.